Good afternoon. This is All India Radio. I am Anubha Rohatgi with the Midday News. The headlines. Pradhan Mantri Rashtriya Bal Puraskar awardee children meet Women and Child Development Minister Smriti Irani in New Delhi. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to interact with them this evening. President of Egypt Abdel Fattah al-Sisi to be the chief guest at the Republic Day celebrations on 26th January. Eastern Nagaland Legislators Union decides to participate in the upcoming Nagaland Assembly polls. IMD forecasts light to moderate snowfall in Himachal Pradesh during the next 5 days. New Zealand win the toss and opt to field in the third and final ODI against India at Indore. And in the Australian Open tennis, Indian duo of Sania Mirza and Rohan Bopanna enter mixed doubles semi-finals in Melbourne. Union Minister for Women and Child Development Smriti Irani met this year's Pradhan Mantri Rashtriya Bal Puraskar awardee children and their parents in New Delhi today. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will interact with the awardee children at his residence in New Delhi at 4 p.m. President Draupadi Murmu conferred the awards on them at Vigyan Bhavan yesterday. The awards have been conferred on 11 children for their exceptional achievement in 6 categories, which include art, culture, bravery, innovation, social service and sports. The awardees include 6 boys and 5 girls belonging to 11 states and union territories. Each awardee received a medal, a cash prize of 1 lakh rupees and a certificate from the President. The awardees include Aditya Suresh from Kerala, Aditya Pratap Singh Chauhan from Chhattisgarh, Anushka Jolly from Delhi, Hanaya Nisar from Jammu and Kashmir, Kolagatla Alana Meenakshi from Andhra Pradesh, M. Gauravi Reddy from Telangana and Rishi Shiv Prasanna from Karnataka. The other awardees are Rohan Ramchandra Bahir from Maharashtra, Sambhav Mishra from Odisha, Shaurajit Ranjit Kumar Khaire from Gujarat and Shreya Bhattacharjee from Assam. Speaking at the award function, President Murmu said these awards are a recognition of their contribution and dedication to the country. The President said that it is amazing to see the remarkable work done by these children at this tender age. She added, these children are a source of inspiration to many others as well. Union Minister for Women and Child Development Smriti Irani and MOS Women and Child Development Dr. Munjapara Mahendra Bhai were also present at the award ceremony. Talking to All India Radio News, Alana Meenakshi from Andhra Pradesh expressed her happiness after getting the award.
My name is Alana Kolagatla. I am from Andhra Pradesh and I am so happy to get this award in sports chess. I am world number 1 in under 12 girls and I am a women's FIDE master and I am so happy to get this award. It's so surprising and it's such an honor to represent my country and meet Rashtrapati ma'am, meeting her and everything. And my goal is to become a grandmaster, so this award will help me push myself more and help me and my parents and my coach.
President of Egypt Abdel Fattah al-Sisi will arrive in New Delhi today on a 3-day visit to India. He will be the chief guest on India's 74th Republic Day. President Sisi will be accompanied by a high-level delegation, including 5 ministers and senior officials. This is for the first time that the President of Egypt has been invited as chief guest on Republic Day. A military contingent from Egyptian Army will also participate in the Republic Day parade. The Egyptian president previously visited India in October 2015 to participate in the 3rd India-Africa Forum Summit and in September 2016 on a state visit. India and Egypt are celebrating 75 years of establishment of diplomatic relations this year. Egypt has also been invited as a guest country during India's presidency of G20 in 2022-23. President Sisi will be accorded a ceremonial welcome at the Rashtrapati Bhavan tomorrow. President Draupadi Murmu will host a state banquet in honor of the visiting dignitary in the evening. The visiting dignitary will have a bilateral meeting and delegation-level talks with Prime Minister Narendra Modi on bilateral, regional and global issues of mutual interest. The External Affairs Minister, Dr. S. Jaishankar, will call on President Sisi. Our correspondent reports that the visiting dignitary will also interact with Indian business community at a business event during his visit.
India and Egypt enjoy warm and friendly relations marked by civilizational, cultural and economic linkages and deep-rooted people-to-people ties. The two countries work closely at multilateral and international platforms. Bilateral trade between India and Egypt achieved a record high of $7.26 billion in 2021-22. The trade was fairly balanced, with 3.74 billion Indian exports to Egypt and 3.52 billion imports from Egypt to India. More than 50 Indian companies have invested around $3.15 billion in diverse sectors of Egyptian economy, including chemicals, energy, textile, garment, agribusiness and retail. Suparna Sengya, AIR News, Delhi.
The External Affairs Minister, Dr. S. Jaishankar, has said that former Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee had a very nuanced and developed understanding of the contemporary world and helped India transform its relationship with the United States. Dr. Jaishankar said this at the third Atal Bihari Vajpayee Memorial Lecture in New Delhi yesterday.
The realism that characterized many of his decisions and approaches. We saw that the manner in which he transformed the relationship with the United States in the post-Cold War environment, recognizing how much more important and consequential that relationship had become for Indian national interest.
Law Minister Kiren Rijiju today stressed that the only way to reduce pendency in courts is for the judiciary and executive to work in tandem with each other. Speaking at the felicitation of award winners of eCourts project in New Delhi, the minister said there is a need to ensure speedy delivery of justice. He said there are 4 crore 90 lakh pending cases in the country. He added that it is a large number and pendency means denial of justice and delay of justice. The Eastern Nagaland Legislators Union, ENLU, a forum of legislators from the state's eastern districts, has decided to participate in the forthcoming Nagaland Assembly polls. The decision to contest the Assembly elections was taken at an emergency meeting of ENLU held on Sunday. The decision comes in the wake of the resolutions from different tribal bodies of Eastern Nagaland not to participate in the upcoming election in support of Eastern Nagaland People's Organization's demand for a separate state of Frontier Nagaland. Nagaland will go to polls to elect a new assembly on 27th February. Union Minister for Petroleum and Natural Gas Hardeep Singh Puri has said that Prime Minister Narendra Modi has always been prioritizing Northeast's energy sector for putting the region in the high-growth trajectory. Talking to media persons in Guwahati yesterday, the Union Minister said that several big projects in the energy sector are in the pipeline in this region. He informed that his ministry has already sanctioned 7 biofuel projects in Assam, and the largest one would come up in Mangaldayi district. Mr. Puri is on a 2-day visit to Assam in the run-up to India's Energy Week. In Gujarat, on the last day of the B20 summit at Gandhinagar, the G20 delegates visited Gujarat's unique tourist places and country's maiden financial tech city, Gift City. Our correspondent reports that the delegates participated in the special guided yoga session at Puneet Van in Gandhinagar today morning. During the eco tour at Puneet Van, the delegates learned about various traditional Indian Ayurveda medicines. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts. The India Meteorological Department, IMD, has forecast light to moderate snowfall in Himachal Pradesh during the next 5 days. Director of Met Department in Shimla, Surendra Paul, told AIR News that light to moderate snowfall is expected over mid and high hills in the state.
हिमाचल प्रदेश में अगले 48 घंटे में मौसम खराब रहेगा और अभी पिछले 24 घंटों में प्रदेश के जो ऊपरी इलाके हैं जिसमें लाहौल स्पीति, किन्नौर और शिमला के ऊपरी हिस्से वहां पे किसी मध्यम दर्जे की बर्फबारी का रिपोर्ट है और आज ये संभावना है कि प्रदेश के ऊपरी हिस्से जिसमें चंबा, लाहौल स्पीति, किन्नौर, शिमला, कुल्लू, कांगड़ा इन इलाकों में 2 जगह पे भारी बर्फबारी हो सकती है और प्रदेश के जो निचले क्षेत्र के एरिया है वहां पे बारिश और कुछ इलाकों में बर्फबारी भी हो सकती है। कल के बाद फिर इसमें कुछ कमी आएगी।
The Jammu and Kashmir Meteorological Department has forecast moderate to heavy snowfall over middle and higher reaches from today evening. The minimum temperature in Srinagar recorded a low of minus 2.3 degrees Celsius, while it was minus 9.5 degrees Celsius in Gulmarg. Pahalgam recorded a low of minus 8.6 degrees Celsius. PRO of Northern Railway, R.K. Rana, said that 10 trains are running late due to fog today.
आज कोहरे के कारण 10 रेलगाड़ियां विलंब से चल रही है। मेरा रेल यात्रियों से अनुरोध है कि कृपया घर से प्रस्थान करने से पूर्व 139 नेशनल ट्रेन इंक्वायरी पर संपर्क करें ताकि आपको किसी प्रकार की असुविधा न हो।
Uttarakhand Disaster Management Secretary Ranjit Kumar Sinha has said that the work of land levelling and layout planning has started for the construction of prefabricated buildings in Dhak village of Joshimath. Talking to media persons in Dehradun, Mr. Sinha said that the entire process is being carried out as per the instructions of Chief Minister. He said that if required, the affected can be kept in the MLA hostel in Bharadi Sen. The secretary said that there has been no increase in the number of buildings with cracks in Joshimath. In Bihar, 16 people, including 2 key accused, have been arrested in connection with the Hooch tragedy in the Siwan district of the state. Additional Director General of Police J.S. Gangwar told AIR News that the SHO and Chowkidar of Lakri Nabi Ganj police station have been suspended in this regard.
जो बात अब तक प्रकाश में आई है अनुसंधान के क्रम में 16 व्यक्तियों की गिरफ्तारी है, उनसे और भी गहन पूछताछ की जा रही है कि मुख्य अभियुक्त था संदीप चौहान, दीपक चौहान। इन दोनों के द्वारा सैनिटाइजर बनाने के नाम पर एथेनॉल कंपनी से स्प्रिट मंगाया गया। 18 जनवरी को ही मुजफ्फरपुर एवं कोलकाता से ट्रांसपोर्ट के माध्यम से उनके द्वारा एथेनॉल मंगाया गया।
8 people died and 6 lost their eyesight after consuming spurious liquor in the Siwan district on Sunday night. Meanwhile, opposition leader in the assembly Vijay Kumar Sinha alleged that Hooch tragedy is happening in the state repeatedly as the government is not taking stringent action against the culprits. In cricket, India were 75 for no loss in 9.3 overs against New Zealand in the third and final ODI at Holkar Cricket Stadium in Indore a short while ago. Earlier, New Zealand won the toss and opted to field. India will look to clean sweep the series, having already won 2 ODIs. India secured a comprehensive 8-wicket win in the second ODI in Raipur on Saturday to clinch their 7th consecutive ODI series at home. The hosts won the first one there by 12 runs in Hyderabad on Wednesday. The Indian duo of Sania Mirza and Rohan Bopanna entered the mixed doubles semi-finals at the Australian Open Tennis Tournament in Melbourne today. They received a walkover in their quarterfinals. The Indian duo was to play against the Latvian and Spanish pair of Yelena Ostapenko and David Vega Hernandez, but entered the last 4 automatically after getting a walkover. Earlier, they had defeated the Uruguayan and Japanese pair of Ariel Behar and Makoto Ninomiya 6-4, 7-6 to make it into the last 8. The National Girl Child Day is being observed today. This day is celebrated on the 24th of January every year with an objective to provide support and opportunities to the girls of India. It aims towards promoting awareness about the rights of the girl child and to increase awareness on the importance of girl education and their health and nutrition. The National Girl Child Day was first initiated in 2008 by the Ministry of Women and Child Development. Uttar Pradesh is celebrating its Foundation Day today. It has been celebrated for 3 days since 2018 with the participation of all government departments. This year, the main theme of the Uttar Pradesh Day is investment and employment. President Draupadi Murmu and Prime Minister Narendra Modi have greeted the people of Uttar Pradesh on the occasion of Uttar Pradesh Day. The International Monetary Fund IMF has confirmed India's assurance to restructure Sri Lanka's debt. India continues to be the sole creditor to have backed Sri Lanka's bid for an IMF bailout. Earlier, the External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar, in his visit to Sri Lanka, had announced India's proactive step. Sri Lanka has been battling its worst ever economic crisis since its independence in 1948. India had extended a generous assistance of $4 billion last year to Sri Lanka to cope with the crisis. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Pradhan Mantri Rashtriya Bal Puraskar awardee children meet Women and Child Development Minister Smriti Irani in New Delhi. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to interact with them this evening. President of Egypt Abdel Fattah al-Sisi to be the chief guest at the Republic Day celebrations on 26th January. Eastern Nagaland Legislators Union decides to participate in the upcoming Nagaland Assembly polls. IMD forecasts light to moderate snowfall in Himachal Pradesh during the next 5 days. New Zealand win the toss and opt to field in the third and final ODI against India at Indore. And in Australian Open tennis, Indian duo of Sania Mirza and Rohan Bopanna enters mixed doubles semi-finals in Melbourne. For details of these stories and more, log on to our website www.newsonair.gov.in. And with that, we end the Midday News.